Hey, this is JP with Central Idaho Mountain Weather. It's November 10th, 2025, looking out at the night sky over Baldy. These high pressure nights have been creating these cool, calm, clear nights, which are perfect for viewing the stars. And if you're enjoying this broadcast, we ask you to do a one time donation, or even better, sign up for that monthly sustaining membership. This week we're looking at pretty warm days. Our high is going to be in the mid 50s through Wednesday as we sit in this area of high pressure. Mix of sun and clouds due to some systems moving to the north of us, just going to be filtering in clouds without moisture. But we will get some rain and snow starting Wednesday night. The snow line is going to start high with these warm southwest flow and drop eventually Thursday night to the valley floor. Looks like Stanley is going to be the only one getting snow out of it, though, I think. We'll see as that gets closer. All right, looking out at the 500 millibar charts. We are over in this area of high pressure here, but I want to just shout out to the eastern side of the country because they are having this huge polar vortex, Arctic outbursts of air coming down and setting some records. Are going to probably be setting some records for cold temperatures. You can see there's a freeze warning for most of the southern states, a winter weather advisory for other parts of the country. This is looking at the forecast chart. You can see punch of snow all the way down to the tip of North Carolina and Georgia, which is pretty unusual for November. All right, moving back to the West Coast, we're in this big area of high pressure, which is pushing all the systems overhead and around that dry air. We will have some clouds filtering in today as that high pressure flattens a little bit, that ridge of high pressure. So again, warm temperatures all the way up until Friday. You can see big temperature change on Friday when we get that probably a cold front coming through with that first wave of moisture. And then we're going to be in the low 40s, pushing eventually down into maybe the 30s next week, into some more near or slightly below average for temperatures. Been such a warm fall so far. All right, looking at the 500 millibar charts, this is the GFS model. You can see that ridge flattens out today. That's going to allow some clouds to creep in here. And then it builds back in for Wednesday. Before Wednesday night, we have this area, this trough come in off the coastline and bring us some moisture. So this looks like it's going to be coming through as a cold front. And then that moves through. It dries all the way down into past the Four Corners here. And we'll just kind of be in the dirty flow, northwest flow here. So not really having any like high pressure, nice sunny days, or just total rain or snowy days. It's going to be kind of a mix of just showery activity. And Sunday, we're going to have a brief break where we have this ridge of high pressure before our next system comes through Sunday night into Monday. And this is kind of where Sunday, Monday, the models kind of diverge from each other. The Euro is saying one thing, the GFS is saying another. So we're going to have to hold on tight until those models become in better alignment, which should be the next couple days or so by Wednesday. So talking about snow levels, it is going to start out pretty high. This is looking for the Sawtooth. Wednesday night, about 8,500 feet. Thursday night is when it starts dropping down into the valley floor. So we'll have that change over from rain to snow. Looking at totals, snow enters the picture Wednesday night, and pretty even coverage for the western mountains and the eastern mountains for the most part, looking at 6 to 8 inches across the high peaks with this first system that's coming through. Maybe 3 to 5 kind of everywhere else. You can see the valley floor on the Wood River side still doesn't look like it's really going to pick up much, whereas Stanley looks like it could get 1 to 3 inches. And then it just kind of keeps trickling through Saturday. And then Sunday's when that next wave comes through, Sunday into Monday, and you can see it really kind of amplifies those snow totals, kind of stop here. But we're looking like about a foot of snow across the high ridges. The sawtooths could maybe squeeze out 1.5 feet in some spots. So another hit of snow to keep adding to whatever's out there. It does look like, looking at the webcams this morning, that snow is definitely melting out quite a bit in the higher reaches as we had these warmer temperatures, probably just holding on to those north facing high elevation slopes, which are usually the problematic areas. All right. Kind of look at some totals here before I sign off for the day. So Wednesday into Friday, kind of this first wave of snow. Looks like 3/4 of an inch for Williams Peak area, the Sawtooths, 6 inches of snow, and then it kind of just showery activity through Saturday before it picks up again early Sunday morning. So actually that high pressure was kind of right in here Saturday night. I was talking about before, the brief break. And then the second wave looks like it's going to pack a little bit more moisture with it, drive on maybe another day as opposed to the first one. So looking like close to 2 inches, 1.5 feet of snow, a little bit less in Titus area, about 1 inch and about 1 foot of snow, inch of water. And then down towards the Pioneers, even less, 3/4 of an inch and 8 inches of snow. So again, looking like it's going to be more of a sawtooth event. And looking further out, this is for the 17th and 19th, looking into next week, there might be a risk of heavy snow. The good news is we are going to be getting into colder temperatures in wetter conditions. Might not be best news for everyone, but we had a really good run of warm weather out there for our fall. I'm ready for winter to kick into gear.